have your attention, please? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome.
They're here.
Rise, my nation. Gather around and prepare. Our pride will be restored. Our shadow will fall with wicked damnation. Rise, my nation. Rise. This is your nation. This is our nation. This is the Raider Nation. Can you dig it?
What is the deal, Raider Nation? Welcome to another episode of the Lunatic Raider Show. Yes, indeed, man. We got a good show for you today. I got a breakdown of I got an idea, thought of what the Raiders are doing. I've been telling y'all this for the last couple of weeks now. The guy that I want as far as head coaches go, Jesse Minter is now the head coach of the Baltimore Ravens. So scratch him off the list. And things are narrowing down, but I got an idea. And the coinky dink is crazy between these two guys that possibly could be the next Raiders head coach. But I see the Raiders setting up something else different. But in the meantime and in between time, man, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat. We up in the building, man. You know what it is, man. Raiders, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and Super Bowls for all. Let's go, man. Salute to y'all, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up. Let's get into it. S.A. Big Dog in the building, man. Salute to you. Yep, mentor to the Ravens. We interviewed him, but I got an idea. And I got a breakdown of everything of how it all comes together like a big old pot of gumbo on Christmas, man. Let's go. Salute to you, man. My guy Mike Ascari in the building, man. What it is, Ghost Regime in the building, man. Hey, y'all, if y'all haven't, man, go check out his channel, man, and subscribe, man. He's bringing you hip-hop information from artists, breaking down. And he's also one of my co-hosts on my other channel of the Truth Serum podcast with me, him, and P. Steve too. So we do that Saturday nights, man. So y'all can check it out on Paper Hound TV. Yes, indeed, Paper Hound TV. Jeff, what's the deal, man? 401 Jeff in the building, man. Hey, thank you for pulling up, man. I appreciate it. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Who else we got up in the building? RDF in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. Yes, indeed. Raider Goon in the building, man. My guy, what it is, man. Salute to you. Raider Paul in the building, man. You already know what it is, man.
There you go. There you go.
We in this BIH. You feel me? Robert Pena in the building, man. Following it up, man. You know what it is.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Oh, you said where's Mike said where's Wrench? I got you, bruh. I got you. I'll make you a mod, man, for real. Shit. Let me see. I gotta catch up with everybody, man. I'm back. I'm back in the chat. SoCal Sound the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well, man. And we got
There you go. There you go.
Shout out to everybody pulling up, man. It's all gravy, baby. Raider Fool Chris in the building, man. Dropping them things on.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, man. Let me catch up with the chat, man. Y'all is ahead of me for real. We in the building, though. We in the building. Yes, we is in the building's packed. Salute to all y'all, man. When you drink Hennessy, the yak. That's the yakety. Let me see. I gotta catch up. Okay, I got everybody set. All right, let's get into this fire ass show today, man. Got good content for you. I made 2 videos. First video I'm about to play to y'all is basically Davis Webb of the Denver Broncos, who is the quarterback coach, and then we have Clint Kubiak of Seattle, who's the offensive coordinator. We know they both had interviews with the Raiders. So we're going to do a breakdown comparison of if each one became head coach of the Raiders, what individually they would bring to the Raiders as a head coach, whether they had experience or not. So we're going to dive into that, man. I got some good shit for y'all. So, hey, let me make sure I got everybody. All right, we good. So without further delay, man, let's go ahead and jump into it, man. This is a breakdown of Davis Webb, the current quarterback coach of the Denver Broncos, bright mind, the next man, next man up as far as potential. Is he ready for head coaching? I don't know, but we're going to do a breakdown and tell y'all if it is or not. So without further delay, man, here we go, man. We got Kubiak versus Webb, man. Let's go.
Head coach candidate comparison for the Raiders, Clint Kubiak. Offensive coordinator, Seattle Seahawks, Davis Webb. Quarterbacks coach, Denver Broncos. Offensive philosophy and scheme, Clint Kubiak. System, West Coast, Shanahan-style offense. Core traits, outside zone run game, play action heavy, QB-friendly reads, bootlegs, layered concepts. NFL pedigree, comes from the Kubiak coaching tree, Gary Kubiak, Kyle Shanahan influence. Big picture, structured, proven offensive system that's already won Super Bowls. Raiders fit, perfect for stabilizing the offense quickly and maximizing efficiency with average to good quarterback play. Davis Webb, system, adaptive, QB-centric offense. Core traits, modern passing concepts, heavy emphasis on QB mechanics, footwork, and processing. Will tailor the system to the quarterback rather than force a scheme. NFL pedigree. Former NFL QB turned coach, known as a QB whisperer in coaching circles. Big picture. High upside modern thinker with deep quarterback teaching chops. Raiders fit. Best if the Raiders are drafting and committing to a young franchise QB and want elite development. Quarterback development, Clint Kubiak. Strengths. Protects young QBs with structure. Simplifies reads using motion and play action. Great for early career confidence building. Limitations. Less hands-on with QB mechanics. More system-driven than player-driven. Best for a rookie or bridge QB who needs a safety net rather than constant improvisation. Davis Webb. Strengths. Former QB who teaches the position at a granular level. Strong communicator with young players. Emphasizes decision-making, anticipation, and mental processing. Limitations. No head coaching experience. Would need a strong OC and veteran defensive staff. Best for a high-ceiling QB prospect, especially a first-rounder, who needs long-term grooming, leadership and program building. Kubiak, calm, professional, CEO-style leader. Comfortable managing experienced coaching staff, seen as a safe hire by ownership. Risk level, low, ceiling, solid playoff contender if roster is right. Webb, young, energetic, modern communicator. Likely to resonate with today's locker room. Unproven but potentially innovative. Risk level, medium-high. Ceiling, could become a long-term offensive architect if successful. Final verdict for the Raiders. Choose Clint Kubiak if you want structure, credibility, and stability. The roster is close to being complete now. You want a proven offensive system to reduce mistakes. You prefer a safer hire with league-wide respect. Choose Davis Webb if you're drafting a franchise QB and want elite development. You're willing to pair him with veteran coordinators. You want a modern QB-first rebuild. You're betting on upside rather than certainty.
And that's a breakdown. And what I'm hearing with this breakdown is the fact that Kubiak is who I want as the head coach. So why not bring in Davis Webb as the offensive coordinator? He's more driven towards a young quarterback. We know it's going to be Mendoza. We got to give him a quarterback whisperer. You got to give Mendoza everything he needs to be successful. Like I said, I don't believe he's an elite quarterback, but he's a damn good game manager. There's nothing wrong with that. You can win Super Bowls with that. So why not have Clint Kubiak as the head coach? And I told y'all this a couple of weeks ago that I don't think Webb is ready to be a head coach, but maybe that's not what they brought him in for. Maybe that's not. And what's the similarities between Kubiak and a Webb? Well, I'll tell you. You know what that similarity is? Our hated ass rival, the Denver Broncos. Yes. Guess who replaced Kubiak as the passing game coordinator and QB coach after Kubiak left in 2022 to go to Seattle? It was Davis Webb. He replaced Kubiak for that same role. And from 2023 to present is where Webb is at now. So they both were in the same role. Kubiak left to become an OC. That's the pecking order. And then you go ahead and you brought in Davis Webb to take over. So these guys come from the Denver Broncos, which we can weaken them by taking, you know what I mean, the next guy in line, which is Davis Webb. But I believe Kubiak should be coaching. Webb should be the offensive coordinator. And just to sum it all up, let me get this down from here. I got a video breaking down. This is what I think the Raiders are trying to do. They're trying to build a young dream team. And why I say dream? Because these are the next guys in line at the respective positions. Kubiak is that next mind for head coach, and I believe Webb is that next guy in offensive coordinator. You put these two guys together and you draft Mendoza. Good night, Irene. Good night, Irene. I think you have a potential of having something real deadly, especially with Genty and Bowers and Michael Mayer and God knows the other weapons we throw into this. So since Kubiak is a more team system type of guy and Davis Webb is more of geared towards a young quarterback and helping him develop, put them two together, perfect marriage. So without further delay, man, here's the breakdown that we all want to know. Is the Raiders trying to put a young dream team together? I think so. Let's get it.
Raiders offensive vision, Kubiak plus Webb plus Mendoza. Head coach Clint Kubiak. Offensive coordinator Davis Webb. QB of the future Fernando Mendoza. Team Las Vegas Raiders. How the power structure would work. Why this matters. This setup is powerful because roles are clearly defined. Kubiak, HC. System architect, culture builder, game flow manager. Webb, OC, QB developer plus modern play caller. Mendoza, QB. Athletic, smart, coachable centerpiece. No overlap, no ego clash. Each coach does what they're best at. Offensive identity, best of both worlds. Kubiak's foundation, the floor. Outside zone run game. Heavy play action, motion to define coverages. Bootlegs, half-field reads early. This gives the Raiders consistency, ball control. Protection for a young QB. Webb's layer, the ceiling. Modern passing concepts, QB-friendly RPOs, adaptive game plans by the opponent, progressive responsibility for Mendoza. This allows growth without chaos, scheme evolution year to year, QB empowerment instead of restriction. Result, a system that starts safe and grows dangerous. Fernando Mendoza in this system. Why Mendoza fits perfectly. What Mendoza brings. Quick processor. Athletic but not reckless. Comfortable throwing on the move, coachable personality, tough competitive demeanor. How Kubiak helps him. Simplifies early reads. Uses play action to slow defenses. Leverages his mobility without overexposing himself. How Webb elevates him. Tightens mechanics and footwork. Speeds up post-snap processing. Builds confidence in anticipation throws. Gradually expands full field responsibilities. This is how you avoid ruining a young QB. Development timeline, realistic and smart. Year 1, QB competition or slow rollout. Heavy run game plus play action. 20-25 attempts per game. Emphasis on efficiency over volume. Target 3,200 to 3,500 yards vertical bar. 22-25 TDs vertical bar controlled turnovers. Year 2, full offensive control. Expanded drop back game. Tempo flexibility. More audibles at the line. Target 4,000 plus yards, vertical bar 28-32 TDs, vertical bar top 12 QB potential. Year 3, offense was fully molded around Mendoza. The scheme adapts to his strengths. Raiders enter sustained playoff window. Offensive line. Zone-friendly blocking. Reduced pressure via play action. Less drop-back stress early. Leadership and locker room impact. Kubiak is HC. Calm, respected presence. Keeps the building steady. Shields Mendoza from pressure. Webb is OC. Day-to-day QB voice. Trusted mentor relationship. Modern communicator for younger players. This is how you build trust without rushing stardom. Final take. If the Raiders went with Kubiak, HC for structure, Webb, OC for QB mastery, Mendoza, QB for long-term upside, you're looking at a quietly dangerous rebuild. Not flashy, but sustainable. Think early 49ers, Shanahan vibes, but QB development first instead of plug and play.
Bam. That's the game. I believe that's the game plan. And I believe that's perfect, especially when you got a young rookie quarterback coming in that's going to need stability, focus, and have a timeline of his development. 3-year development. In 3 years, you know the Super Bowl is going to be in Vegas, 2029. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So I see it. I see the game plan. If this is in fact it, like I said, they're going to keep it close to the chest, but we pretty much see the names coming off the board that we ain't getting. And it's addition through subtraction. So you subtract what we ain't getting and what's left. Now, LaFleur is still out there too, though. That's a possibility. You can go the Ram route. You know what I mean? But right now, I feel the 2 number 1 seeds in this year's playoffs is the Denver Broncos and Seattle Seahawks. And it just so happens the offensive coordinator with the Seahawks came from Denver just a couple of years ago to be the OC, and it was freaking Webb who was brought in to replace him. Wow. You talking about irony? The irony is crazy. Even with Mendoza, like I said, Mendoza was born in Boston, Massachusetts. Grew up a Patriot, watching the Patriots. Tom Brady was his guy. Parents moved him to Miami. This is how his whole life thing was. Moved to Miami. One Miami Hurricane fan. See, like I said, life is going to give you the shit you supposed to get in life, whether it's good or bad. What was bad for Mendoza? He went to Miami Hurricane fan. They wouldn't extend him a scholarship or as a walk-on. So he goes to Indiana. Now, everybody said, well, he's just a system fit. That's what you want every fucking quarterback to be, is a fit your system. Because what you don't want is a quarterback that does not fit your system. So Mendoza goes to Indiana. They bring him in as a transfer. First was at Cal. Went to Indiana. Wins the national championship. Against who? Against the very same team that would not extend him I was going to say contract. Extend him an offer or let him become a walk-on. So he goes to Indiana and he puts out Miami Hurricanes' dream of being a national champion this year. Now he's slotted as the number 1 overall pick. Who has the number 1 pick? The Raiders. Who's minority owner of the Raiders? Tom Brady. The same Tom Brady this young kid grew up idolizing, born in the same area where the Patriots were at growing up and seeing this man play. And it looked like it's going to happen. And since the Raiders already knew who they were going to pick before they knew who was going to be the head coach, now you can go get the head coach that can make sure you bring the best out of Mendoza. Bring out the best in him. How do we do that? Let's get the quarterback whisperer and put him with the next brilliant mind that's next in line to be head coach, Kubiak. Let Kubiak get the team together, and I'm pretty sure this is why they brought in Webb to go ahead and talk to him and probably even run it by Kubiak. Kubiak, how would you feel about working with this young man as an offensive coordinator under your tutelage? The guy that took your position after you left to become promoted with Seattle, he's the one Denver went and got to replace you. Oh shit, well, yeah, I don't see nothing wrong with that. I talked to him before. He's a nice young. Come on now. I'm knowing there's probably some kind of. This guy played in the NFL. Kubiak comes from a family in the NFL. They've been around. You know what I mean? So I get excited thinking of the possibilities. The only thing left you would have to sit there and think about is defensive coordinator. I would not be surprised if Kubiak got the head coaching job and he would bring somebody up from Seattle because Seattle got a damn good defense. Or because I think Sean Payton said he's blocking any unilateral movement. You can't go from one coordinator position to the same position with another team. He said he's going to block it all. But if it's a promotion, it's a done deal. It will be a promotion for Webb to go from QB coach to offensive coordinator. And he won't be. And everybody, some people might think, well, this is he never called plays before. He was a fucking quarterback in the NFL. He in college. Come on. He Texas Tech. You know what I mean? Like he was around Mahomes. He was there with Cliff Kingsbury, the air raid offense. He's familiar with it. And if you're a quarterback, you better know defenses, how to read the motherfuckers when they line up. So it's like he's next in line, and he's not by himself. He will be under Kubiak, who is an offensive coordinator right now. And it will be his offense. But I guarantee you, if Webb had ideas for Kubiak for an offense that the Raiders, that he might want to implement in the Raiders, I guarantee you in that damn meeting room, they're going to chop it up and come up with something like, oh, man, that's a great idea. We can. Great minds think alike. You put them in the room together, you wonder what they can come up with. Exactly. Motherfucker, what's up with this AI crap? Well, you come read the script that I wrote then. And hopefully you got a good voice. Don't be on American Idol in your shit crack singing the national anthem. But yeah, man, it's big things. It's just we're just waiting now. Like I said, Jesse Minter's gone. He's with Baltimore. The jobs are coming off with names. Stefanski's gone. The Atlanta. You know what I mean? McDaniel is gone. You know what I mean? These are names that's gone. So it's like we see what's left. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if they already got offered the job. And we have to wait till after the playoffs to make it official. Because why would we wait? Like if any of these other guys that we had an agreement with to sign that's not in the playoffs or been fired, it would have been done like these other teams is doing. Why are we sitting on our hands? We're not. We can't talk to these guys till they're done with the playoffs. Now, I think they're allowed to talk. Say, for instance, Seattle and Denver goes to the Super Bowl. There's a week that they have off, which will be next weekend. I think you're able to talk to them on your off between the Super Bowl, between this weekend and the Super Bowl, that off week. I think shit might be finalized. Can you imagine having your offense and your offensive coordinator and your head coach just got done playing each other in the Super Bowl? The same year that we got the Heisman Trophy and a national champion. Like, everything's on the up and up. Everything's on the up and up. D Nice in the building, man. We are that close, man. We are that much closer. For real, for real. D Nice in the building.
My name is D Nice. My name is D Nice.
In the building, man. Hey, but yeah, man, I see this shit happening. And look, we go into the draft. We already know Mendoza be it. Now we start adding pieces. Now we start focusing on defense. But before we even get to the draft, we got almost $120 million in free agency money. Do we get the center from Baltimore? You never know. You never know. Not just that. Here's another thing that nobody thought about. How many free agents does Seattle have after this year? And who are they? See, can you imagine? And I think Seattle can get to the Super Bowl. They're a balanced team. Yeah, you got the Rams. Oh, and not to mention LaFleur and them, if we did go that route, they're in the NFC Championship too. So we been had eyes on guys we see where they cut, what cloth they're cut from. You feel me? So we got guys that's coming in that's potentially can lead this team that's coming from a good breed. You know what I mean? A damn good breed. Willie Gray in the building, man. Salute to you. Hope all is well. So let me see. What free agents will the Seattle Seahawks have for the 2026 free agency?
For the 2026 free agency, the Seattle Seahawks could see key players like running back Kenneth Walker, cornerbacks Reek Woolen and Kobe Bryant, linebacker Boye Mafe, and wide receiver Rashid Shaheed become available. Other players potentially hitting the market include Josh Joby, Noah Fant, and Abe Lucas.
Abe Lucas, offensive tackle, wide receiver. That's another one. Shaheed. A running back, a running mate for Genty, Kenneth Walker III. These are cornerbacks, Reek Woolen, Kobe Bryant. These are guys that fucking Kubiak can bring with him. If he becomes the head coach, Seattle losing a lot of those guys, and we got the money to sign them. Offensive line help coming, wide receiver help, running back help, all on the offense because we know Kubiak's an offensive coordinator. He's an offensive mind. So why not bring the guys from the offense that you work with? Not to mention maybe some potential defensive players. But maybe you can go ahead and have Webb have his connections with Denver, bringing some of the. Let's see who's a free agent for Denver that he might be able to pull over as a coordinator. Even though he's offensive coordinator, we don't know who the defensive coordinator would be if Kubiak did become coach. But everybody's going to use their connection, 1 degree of separation. I know somebody that knows that somebody. You know what I mean? So let's see. Who are the free agents that the Denver Broncos would have for the 2026 free agency?
For the 2026 NFL free agency, the Denver Broncos will have around 24 players become free agents. Key names include running back J.K. Dobbins, linebackers Alex Singleton and Justin Stranad, defensive lineman John Franklin Myers, tight end Adam Troutman, and cornerback Jaquan McMillian, among others.
Defensive players is heavy laden in their free agents. 2 linebackers. You know what I mean? Hey, a cornerback. We got 2 cornerbacks from Seattle, a cornerback from Denver, and these are 2 of the best defenses that's left in the game right now. And I know some of these guys can come over as free agents. It just is what it is. You know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to free agency as well. If this goes down where we hire Kubiak as head coach and Webb as offensive coordinator, who do they bring with them? That's a key, right? Who do they bring with them? And both of these men have Denver ties, so I wouldn't be surprised if we pillaged their defensive side of the ball. They got a damn good defense. Why not take a couple of their linebackers if we're going to lose a couple of our own? Why not take a corner and get a corner from Seattle and a corner from Denver? You know what I mean? But we don't need all that. If we're gonna, we got young talent on our team. Linebackers, we shallow. Go draft you a linebacker with the 2nd pick. Go get you a damn good linebacker. They're out there. Go get you a DT. They're out there. They're out there. A couple of, you don't even. I like the fact that Charles Grant and Caleb Rogers is what they showed. Just the limited time they were out there taking snaps. What they showed promise. Keep developing them. Get the right people in here to develop and get the best out of this talent that we already have that Spytech already drafted. That's all you got to do. We ain't got to revamp. I don't think we're that far off. I tell people that. Now the defense needs a little work. But offensively, you add a couple of pieces. Look, this is what I said with the offensive line, and I told y'all this before. One move can reshape your whole offensive line perfectly. Perfectly. How do you do that, Lunatik? I'm going to tell you. If you get Lindenbaum, the center from Baltimore, and you can sign him, if you're going out there to land a big fish, let that be our first big fish. What that does is reshape our offensive line to fall in line like this. We've seen Caleb Rogers show promise at guard. When he got his snaps out there, boy, he was moving shit. Charles Grant tackle, same thing. This is what I would do. Colton Miller is healthy. He could have played at the end of the year from what I heard. So he'll be back next year, left tackle. Had what he got, a 3-year extension from us. So he's set and anchor that left tackle. Now, future, you can Charles Grant keep developing him. You can have him get ready to take Colton Miller's spot if we move on from him. Left guard, Caleb Rogers, like I just mentioned. Left guard, Caleb Rogers. Center, Lindenbaum, that we get in free agency from Baltimore. Right guard, JPJ. He's back. He'll be healthy. Another pit bull on that line. Now, we come down to the right tackle spot. DJ Glaze. I don't see a lot. I think he might be at his ceiling. I'm just guessing. But is a good depth piece. So what you would do is have a competition between DJ Glaze and Grant, and let them go at it. And Charles Grant probably will get, because I think his upside is greater than DJ Glaze. So your right tackle, so let the winner out of that competition. Maybe a competition will make Glaze, fuck this, I'm about to win this. You know what I mean? You never know what to trigger a person to bring out the greatness in them. So let them compete. Bam. If Charles Grant wins it, so be it. If not, DJ Glaze wins it, so be it. Your offensive line is set. You got Mendoza. You got Genty. You go out there and get Genty a running mate, because we know Zamir White ain't the answer. So you get him a running mate. You got your tight ends are set up if you want to run 12 personnel. You got your Brock Bowers, your Michael Mayer. You got Trey Tucker with speed, Thornton with speed in the second year. And I'm knowing with a better quarterback, accuracy-wise, and a system that will make sure these guys get the ball, Besh, Thornton, Trey Tucker, you go out there, maybe you go Shaheed from Seattle, or maybe you go in the draft and you get you another young guy. That's set. So offensive line, quarterback, running back, tight ends, wide receiver, offense is done. Let Kubiak and Webb do their thing. Done. And that's just with draft picks is no brainer. We know we're going to draft shit, but Lindenbaum can reset that whole offensive line. Now we go to the defensive side. We're real shallow at linebacker. Well, guess what? There's 2 linebackers that will be free agents from the Denver Broncos. Ooh. Maybe they bring one back and let the other one walk because money. But we got money. Matter of fact, let's look at the salary cap of Denver and Seattle to make sure, because I know Rick Willen of Seattle, I don't think they bring him back because they would have to franchise tag him. I think this is the last year on his rookie deal. Another big physical corner, 6'4", 200 something pounds, runs a 4.26 40. We got Porter on the other side, 6'4", 200, runs a 4.3 flat 40. So there's no speed at wide receiver that these guys can't run neck and neck with. And they're big physical guys at 6'4" each. So get a big fast wide receiver. We got a corner that can match up with them on either side. Rick Willen is a man-to-man coverage corner. If you can develop Porter and you let him work with Willen and them guys, and Porter keeps developing, now you got 2 cornerstones at the corner spot that can lock down any size and any speed. That's crazy to me. That's crazy to me. That's like some old school shit to me. To have that possibly could be 2 lockdown corners that no matter if it's a tight end or wide receiver, fast wide receiver or a big tight end, they got the size and the speed to deal with either or. That's potential. That's potential. Linebacker, like I said, I think that's our one Achilles heel is linebacker. So you go in free agency, you go draft one. Like I said, go get one of these young dogs out there coming out in college at linebacker, because there's a few of them. There's a few of them. You know what I mean? There are a few of them for real. So we'll see how this thing goes. But I'm looking forward to the unfolding and revealing of what the Raiders' game plan is, because we're not going to know until the pieces start falling. We know Mendoza. We seen Mark Davis and them at the game drooling over this kid. Tom Brady. Man, come on. And like I said, he does not have to be elite. But guess what? The right system and right pieces can make him look like he's elite. Jim Plunkett wasn't elite. Not at all. But look what he had around him. Look at the O-line Plunkett had. Look at the receivers he had. The run game. And we're talking about Hall of Fame because of 2 Super Bowls. He was MVP of one, but not the other. The numbers were mediocre in the other, but that don't matter because it's a 53-man team. Everybody has a job to do. Some days I might not be great, but you can and take up the slack for me. You can't give out. You can try to give 100%. Don't mean that's what you're gonna give to the team. Everybody has bad days. You get a day that wasn't as good as the last, or might not be as great as tomorrow. Quit, man. You better quit biting on the chair. My dog is nuts. Come here, Bishop. Come here. Come here, boy. You want to say hi to the people? You want to say hi to the people? Say hi, people. Want to sniff the mic. The daddy got bad breath. Yeah, this is my boy Bishop, man. He down there biting on my chair. You better quit, man. Go play. Crazy dog. But there's only a few things we got to do. And with the breakdown, like they said, you give Mendoza a 3-year time of developing. We seen it done in 2. Drake May 2. Bo Nix 3. Jaden Daniels only 1 year was in the NFC Championship. You just got to have the right coaching and the right pieces and the right scheme. And I guarantee you, you call it a rebuild? I don't know. I've seen rebuilds before. And usually you trade everything away. You trade everything away. And all we traded away was Jacorian Bennett, who ended up falling back on the depth chart with Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Everybody was like, "Oh, Booker," because we got Booker. Booker probably come back. I like his tenacity. I like his effort. That's a nice young piece there too. But you go look. He said Raider Bishop, Raider BL for real, for real. Bishop. Everybody said, "What's up?" Come here. Come here, boy. Where you? Oh, you underneath me again, you little nerd. Everybody said, "What's up?" Woo! Gonna bark? Speak. He's sitting underneath me and shit. But yeah, man, there's a lot of potential. I'm looking forward to seeing what the next moves are. Hopefully, like I said, I don't think they're gonna announce it now because I think they look at it as being a distraction to the teams that they're trying to focus in the NFC and the AFC championship games. But after this week, after Sunday, don't be surprised. Monday, Kubiak has agreed to be the next Raider head coach. Or maybe they can't. I don't even know if they can do that. Let me see. Can coaching candidates that are playing on Super Bowl headed teams can interview on their bye week before the Super Bowl?
Yes, coaching candidates on Super Bowl bound teams can have interviews during their bye week. However, these interviews must end when Super Bowl week starts, usually the Sunday before the game. Teams then need to wait until after the Super Bowl to resume contact, and they must notify the candidate's current team.
So it'll be after the Super Bowl that you'll get you won't get. I don't think you will have that interference of Kubiak or Webb saying that they have agreed to, you know what I mean, whatever. But they can talk to him again. So look out after this weekend. Keep your ears open and your eyes open to the fact of hearing more interviews for these two guys. And like I said, if these two guys still get more interviews, one of them ain't for head coach. And we pretty much know who that's going to be. But that'll be a promotion. And for him to get Tutelage and be under Kubiak, I think is a beautiful, beautiful way to go, man, for real. So with that being said, man, shout out to everybody out there. If you have not done so, please subscribe to the channel. Once we hit 3,000 subs, we will be giving away one brand new TV to one lucky subscriber, man, to show my appreciation and thanks. Don't forget, next season, the 3rd annual home opener pool party at the Paris, Las Vegas. Hopefully we get week 1 opener. I can't, you know what I mean? Week 1 opener be gravy for me. But yeah, man, look, it's a free event. Bring the kids. There's food. There's raffles for great Raider prizes. Like last year, we was giving away gift cards to Raider Image, blankets, Bluetooth Raider speakers that's built into like an old school truck. We ear pods, all that shit, man. We find good gifts, man, and give them away in the raffle. Look forward to doing the 3rd annual, man. It's the 3rd year that we'll be putting this on, man. So looking forward to it. But you guys have a beautiful, wonderful day. Let's go Raiders, man. Let's go. Let's get our guys. And I'm pretty sure they sitting on the. They know. They probably already made their mind up. If there's no more interviews and these are the only guys left, you could pretty much say, you know what I mean? But hey, here's another thing. If any of those guys loses Sunday, then they can be named. If Seattle loses to the Rams, Kubiak can be named. If Denver loses to the Patriots, Webb can be named. So there's a lot of ways. We just got to wait and see. And I think the Raiders are doing the same thing. So with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Thursday. Be safe out there. Make it back home to your loved ones. And remember, if nobody loves you, fuck them. Still Raiders on ours. You feel me? With that being said, man, y'all enjoy. I'm Lunatic Raider. And like I always say about this time, I'm out this bitch. Ha ha!